Hello Barry, hello Sumi. Well, it's a lovely day here today, and I've got some photographs for you, so as I'm speaking, you can see what Hawkhurst looked like this morning. The weather hasn't been very good. It's been wet and quite cold, but today is fine, and the temperatures quite high. I don't know exactly at this moment. Tomorrow we're told it's going to change again. It's fascinating, isn't it, how the weather makes such a difference to how we feel or contributes. It's not the only factor, of course, but to see the sun, a nice pleasant temperature and pleasant surroundings, there we are, all contributes. Yesterday I had a good day as well. I'll tell you what happened yesterday, Barry, that I thought, sorry. My neighbour gave me an old bike and a vacuum cleaner. Anyway, what I did was to find out why it didn't work. So I took it apart and looked at the connections and put it together again, and it still didn't work. So I thought, well, I'm going to have a look at the motor. And usually the weakest part of anything mechanical, the electric motors, is the brushes, the carbon brushes, and they're on springs. I don't know if this how electronic mechanic minded you are, Barry, but anyway, these little bushes, they have springs in carbon tips, and they connect to the armature, which provides the power to makes the motor work. Well, I discovered that they'd all corroded up, and there's no elasticity in the springs. It just corroded up, and so that's what the problem was. So I thought, well, I'm going to have a go at mending it, and I couldn't do it. It wasn't a straightforward job at all. So I just basically pulled it apart and got a screwdriver, put it in there, and gave it a good whack with a hammer to knock the carbon rod out. And there's a little spring in there, and that flew away somewhere, and I couldn't find it. So anyway, and I broke off the carbon. Anyway, the point is, in the end, I did a repair on it, and I got it all lubricated, and so the springs inside it works properly. Put it all together again, and I got a piece of kit that works. And I was really pleased about it. But the interesting thing is, Barry, that because I spent all afternoon dealing with it, but I can only say, because I had a more of a relaxing day, it still took me a long time to sort it out. The times I had to take it apart, and because I forgot bits, I didn't put it back exactly the same. I saw bits left over, so I had to take it all off again. And then I was losing, difficult to keep track of where my tools were, although they were around about, and I was sitting on the floor outside, and it was all an effort, and I've got the job done in half the time years ago. But I was in a relaxed frame of mind, and the work, and I didn't expect it to sort of be usable, but it occupied me, and I was curious to know how it worked, how it was designed and everything. But and I managed it, and yet other times which I could do something that was less intricate and complicated, and I'd, well, that's it, I can't do it, and stomp off and you know, and be not in a very good mood. And it's the unpredictability of what we have, isn't it? And Linda she hasn't been well, and it is the stress and strains of family life, things are going on, but she doesn't know how I'm going to react to a phone call that's not returned, or a letter in the post. She just doesn't know, because she knows of my outbursts, and she just doesn't know. She's on edge, isn't she? She's on edge, and this affects her. This is the loss of somebody who's looks after somebody with dementia. And of course, you know exactly what it's like, and Sumi knows exactly what it's like. So I feel quite buoyant at the moment. So enjoy the pictures, Barry. Enjoy the pictures, and looking forward to hearing from you sometime. So looking up and looking out, as always. All the best. God bless you, and Sumi and your extended family.
Good morning, Richard and Linda. Lovely to hear from you again. And thank you very much for your recording. And I thought I must reply to you straight away, because you made some very interesting points in what you said. One, the weather. I think the weather plays a big part in the way we feel every day. I know it affects me quite dramatically, actually, sometimes. You have the 4 seasons at home. You've got the hot weather, you've got the cold weather, you've got the nice autumn weather, but each of those different parts of the year can have a big effect on the body and the way we think and react to it. Here, when it's very, very hot, it just gets too much for me now, and I can't concentrate and do things properly. So yes, the weather does really affect us. It would be interesting to know how it affects other people that listen to our recordings. You said about electronics. Well, great for you, Richard, that you was able to do that. Yes, that is good. I'm afraid I can't now even change a plug on any electrical appliance. But again, you're right. If we're having a good day and we feel good and we're really relaxed and in a good frame of mind, we can still do things. It's amazing, but yes, we can still do things. It's that positiveness in the mind that we need, and that feeling of relaxation to do it. And if we can do it, it gives us such a great sense of satisfaction. Yes, I can, I've done it. And I understand what you mean about the unpredictability of our illness. It can be so unpredictable. Today we're okay, the next day we just fall apart. It was like yesterday. I woke up in the morning, I felt really, really great, and I was having a very, very good day. I went for my doctor's checkup, and the doctor was pleased with my condition, and I felt really good in myself. Then when we got home, it was late afternoon, and some visitors arrived at the house. Basically, it was 2 ladies, and they wanted to order some bakery products, some sponge cakes. And I've told Sumi again and again and again, don't take any more orders, because I just cannot make the products now. I can't remember the recipes. I can't remember what to do. And what does Sumi do? She takes the order from the customer. And then she starts to wonder why I got so cross. Basically, I just exploded. And then Sumi gets all upset. So, yes, it's a compound effect from me going to Sumi. And then Sumi doesn't know what to do and can't understand why I'm so upset. In fact, it's had such a bad effect on me, and that was yesterday. It's gone into today, and I feel totally confused, and I just really don't know what I'm doing today, Richard. I don't know whether I'm coming or going, and I just certainly can't do anything. I think I'm going to have to write today off as one of those days, and try and relax and do things again tomorrow. It's just total turmoil in my brain. But that is the way this illness affects us, and this is what our loved ones and other people have got to understand. Well, I'll come to an end now, Richard, and be in touch with you again